there, fellow travelers, it's Darlene the Travel Bug, and today I'd like to show you what is in my personal item bag. This is the bag that's going to go under the seat in front of me when I travel on my next flight. So first of all, I got this bag from Amazon, and it's made by MOCARE, and I will link it down below. But first of all, let me tell you a little bit about this bag. It is nylon, and so it is water resistant. And as well, it does have a trolley sleeve, and I do like that, so that way I can just carry this. I don't have to actually carry it, I can just slip it on over my hand luggage. All right, next I do make sure that I have on the outside pouch, I carry my liquids bag. And this liquids bag is just a 1 liter bag. I've been using this same bag forever. It's an old Air Canada bag when they started using these. And I just carry the essentials that I'm going to need at my destination that I can't, live without. Also, there's a couple of things in this bag that are in my comfort bag that will have to be removed and put in here. But I do have more on that in a few minutes. So this is going to be just kept on the outside. So I keep that handy for them to do their inspection. All right, let's get into the bag. So first of all, I always carry a carabiner just in case I need to attach something to be outside. So first thing I have here is, very important, very, very important, snacks. You need to have snacks. So I just carry a variety of different things in here. I will probably put more of the fresh vegetable type thing closer to my flight. But I also make sure there is no peanut butter, there's no hummus, there's no yogurt, anything like that, because those are considered to be liquid and they would have to be moved to the liquids bag. And so I also keep some hydration solutions. So if I'm on a long haul flight, I will bring these. So if it's just a short flight, I don't bother. All right, next, this is my comfort bag. This is the one that I was mentioning. I've already done a video on the contents, and so I will link that down below. And as I mentioned, in the contents, there is a little bit of liquid in here that would have to be removed to go through security. But once through security, I put it into the bag. And I will be wearing this bag. And the reason it's in here is because I always have to make sure there's room enough for this bag, because the airlines may consider this to be another personal item bag. And so they may ask me to either check one or to consolidate. So I make sure I have room in here to be able to consolidate the bag. Okay, so that's my comfort bag. Next, I have a water bottle. And I make sure that after I go through security, I go and fill it up. They usually have like water fountains for water bottles. And so I will fill it up so that I stay hydrated on the flight. And on long haul flights, as I mentioned, I will use the hydration solutions as well. Next, I have an inflatable pillow. I have had this pillow forever and I absolutely love it. It doesn't take up very much room and I can inflate it hard, so it's nice and firm, or I can inflate it soft. I can use it against the window. I can put it as lumbar support. It's just very versatile. And so I like to keep this. It's nice and comfortable. And this one is washable. So there's a zipper that you can, there it is. You can remove the cover and it can be washed. So I like that, and I will link one similar down below. I also keep a copy of all of my travel documents. I know it's an old, outdated practice, but I like to have a hard copy of my itinerary, my boarding passes, my hotel reservations, sometimes having a copy of those, and you can't access them on your phone if you don't have internet. So just to make sure that you're not out of range or something goes wrong, I keep a hard copy. Doesn't take up very much room, and then it can be stowed away once I'm at my destination. So next I have over-the-ear noise canceling headphones. And I bring these because it's very loud on the plane. And of course, you've got passengers talking and babies crying. And if you're trying to read or get some rest and you just want to be, in peace, having some noise canceling headphones is really a must. So I do recommend those. I know this is bulky, but because they are an investment, I want to make sure that they are protected. Some people do have like earbuds and they are noise canceling as well. And that's fine. And what I would recommend, if you have those, you can just put a headband around your ears. That way, if you fall asleep, you don't accidentally lose one. It kind of keeps them in place that way. So I would recommend having a pen because you may have to sign some travel documents. And then I always carry a compression cube, and it has in here 1 full day's worth of clothes. So I have a pair of pants, a pair of shorts, a t-shirt, a wrap, and my bathing suit, as well as undergarments. And I keep this in case my carry-on luggage is forced to be checked into the belly of the plane. Then at least if anything happens, I will still have at least 1 set of clothing. Okay. Next, I carry with me, and this is a microfiber towel. And the reason I'm carrying it with me on the plane is because I will use this double duty. I'll use this as a blanket. So if I'm cold, and planes are notoriously cold, I will make sure to use this as a blanket to cover up. All right, we're getting close to the end. So I have a tripod, carry that with me for filming. Love that. Now what you don't see in here is a tablet or a laptop, and that's because I usually travel without one. I'm usually on vacation, and besides filming footage, I actually don't do any editing or anything because I choose to use that time to relax. I'll do all that later. All right, so I do have disinfectant wipes because the first thing you want to do when you sit down is disinfect everything. You want to disinfect the tray, the pouch in front of you, the seat belt, the armrest, the window, anything that you are going to be coming in contact with, you want to disinfect. So I do wear glasses, and so I do carry with me a glass case, and in case I want to take a nap and I don't want them to be lost or broken, so I carry them in a case. And if you are a contact lens wearer, I would suggest removing your contact lenses for the flight. The flight is very drying, and so the best thing to do is just wear your glasses, put your contacts in before you land. This pouch here is waterproof. It's good for your bathing suit, wet bathing suit. So if you use this as a beach bag, you can put a wet towel in there, you can put a bathing suit in there. And then lastly in here, I do have my magic lip balm. And it's magic because it's not lip balm at all. It's actually empty. I just hollowed it out, and inside I will roll up some money, throw it in there, and then I always have a little bit of money on me in an emergency. Something happens and this is all I have. At least I have a taxi money to get back to my hotel or to get around. And one thing that I don't have in here at this time is medication. If you are traveling with medication, make sure that it's in its original label and you do pack it so that it can be removed for TSA if need be. In Canada, you do not need to have your prescription medication in its original container, but in the United States you do. The only thing in Canada that you have to have is if it's liquid, gel, salves, anything like that, and same thing with the United States. Those have to be, they're not considered liquid, but they do have to be in a separate container, a separate bag, and you just remove those for inspection just so that they know that you have them and they don't get flagged. So just have those ready as well, but always carry your prescription medication in your personal item bag, because if they check, first of all, never put it in your check bag. If they end up losing your luggage, oh my goodness, then you're in big trouble. Same thing applies if it's in your carry-on bag and they make you check it and something happens, again, you're in trouble. So make sure you carry it with you. You always have it with you, and that way it's safe and secure in your possession at all times. The only other thing is to wrap up. We need garbage. We put all our stuff in the garbage, so I just have a little grocery bag that I carry on the outside. Wrap it all up, then when the flight attendant comes, you're able to just toss it. All right, so I will link information on the bag and some of the other things I've shown you here today. I'll link those down below, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.